The Blackbeard pirates that are on Egghead Island is finally revealed, and it's none other than Katarina Devon and Van Augur. And we need to talk about One Piece chapter 1107. But before we continue, if you're new to this channel, subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications icon so that you never miss out on any other videos like this. Now let's get right into the topic. First of all, let's talk order-wise on the events that has transpired in the chapter. And the first thing is the blue ogre Idori and the red ogre, Brogy. They are here, and as I theorized in my previous video, they both aren't the only ones in here, because we see on their ship Oimo and Kashi and also every other giant we might have seen throughout the story, because this is the giant pirates and they are all here. And this is amazing because this is like the most powerful pirate crew of the old times, and they're here, and this solidifies the fact that the next arc is going to be Elbaf, because they are here to take them. And with a ship as large as theirs, I think we can fit the Thousand Sunny on it, or they might carry it themselves. Still waiting for that ancient robo though, but yes, the giants are finally here. And it's actually very natural that Usopp is the one that notices the giants first, and he is filled with tears of joy and remembrance because he is actually remembering everything. And I guess it's going to be a 2-minute flashback or recap kind of thing about the giants once the anime episode of this adaptation is. I mean, yeah. Yay, excited for another 2 minutes of recap. I mean, most of them do need recap though. Also, Oimo and Kashi are here. I'm really hoping on the fact that Usopp's arc is Elbaf, because Usopp, other than Luffy, is the only one very enthusiastic about visiting Elbaf. I really want him to become the great warrior of the sea. I have left tons of predictions for Elbaf that I am waiting to happen. Also, we have some kind of, recap about where every other Straw Hat is. The first one is, Brook and Lilith coming down with the Thousand Sunny, and they don't know how to stop it. It's kind of comedic, but I think one of the giants is going to catch the ship for them, or it might be the ancient Rainbow. I mean, this is my theory, but they are going to catch it, and just in time, they are going to leave with the Straw Hats along with the giant ships, actually, helping them out. We also catch up with Jinbei, who's still on the run trying to find Zoro. I guess Zoro is so lost that even Jinbei can't find him now. Also, there's just one page of Lucci versus Zoro, and Lucci is still smack talking him, and Zoro is like, do you really think you are in the upper hand here? Because it looks like Zoro is just holding back. I know it's been so many chapters, but I think I predict that this might have just been 2 minutes or something for them, because we didn't really catch up with them. I don't really think Zoro is going to have a hard time against Lucci. I mean, Jinbei is on the way here. If Jinbei and Zoro team up, there is still no chance for Lucci, but in my opinion, Zoro is easily going to one-shot Lucci way before even Jinbei arrives. This is one theory. Let's see how much of my theories come true in the next couple of videos. Also, another minute detail that we need to go through before actually going to the main hot stuff is the name reveal of this Vice Admiral who has multiple chins, and his name is the Red King, and this is obviously reference for that Ultraman villain that also has a similar kind of design. It's always fun to know the Vice Admiral's name, and of course, Sive or Siverion or whatever you want to call him is the one to point this out, and I really thank him because I've been a long time Ultraman fan too, and I never noticed it. We also have this cute conversation between Bonney and Luffy, and it's still cute because Luffy's asking why you're crying, I'm here. It's kind of it's kind of godly of him to say that, Bonnie is crying very happily, and she was like, idiot, I was waiting for you this whole time. And Luffy is like, what? That punch was weak as hell. You need to know how it's truly done. And Bonnie is like, can you show me how it's done? It's kind of amazing. I really want Bonnie in the crew as fast as possible. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if she is just going to accompany them like Law or Kinemon or Princess Vivi, but I really want her to join the crew as an apprentice, because that's the only role that's missing in Luffy's pirate crew. I'm really holding on to the fact. Luffy has a new move introduced here. I don't know, it might be a translation problem. Some of them call it Dawn Gatling, some of them call it Booming Dawn Gatling, and it's basically Gear 3rd Haki covered, Gatling gun that he usually does, but in Gear 5 form. And this actually devastates Saint Saturn. Saint Saturn flies and falls. Also, another minute detail is Saint Saturn uses that haki kind of thing which makes people bleed. Well, Luffy bleeds and he immediately recovers. So that's fine. I mean, Saturn is getting multiple L's this month for some reason. Yes, but he flies off into the distance. We have another named Gear 5 attack, which I'm really waiting to get animated. Sanji fans are eating good this week because we see Kizaru attacking someone, and it's basically Bonnie, and somehow from somewhere we see Sanji coming in and blocking it with his feet. Now I don't know if it's a hockey thing or if it's his Germa DNA, because everyone is shocked that he did that, even Kizaru. So I guess hockey can't stop that light, but he did, and it's the power of love. And Kizaru is like, I think we need to ignore all the physics laws that we have already met. And it's amazing because Sanji fans are going wild this week, and we see the others escape, but Sanji is staying back to fight Kizaru, finally fulfilling that opening shot that we got, once upon a time in some opening where we see, Sanji fighting Kizaru. Also, this might not actually be that important in your eyes, but I find it extremely cool where Kizaru is standing and we see Luffy bouncing as usual and Sanji lighting his cigarette, which is basically their, calling moves before they fight. And just looking at them is absolutely cool. Just when Kizaru said, I think we need to ignore all the physics laws this world has set, we see two people who are literally ignoring physics. Sanji with his ladies meter and Luffy with his gear 5. This is amazing. I find it absolutely insane. Well, we have finally revealed who the Blackbeard pirates in this island are, and it's none other than Van Urger and Katarina Devon. And Katarina Devon, with that mythical dog fruit, Nine-Tails Fox, she can turn into anyone that she has touched at least once. And she touches Saint Saturn and says, mission accomplished, which is weird because it looks like they actually came here knowing that Saint Saturn is here. How did they know? Maybe big news Morgans, put it out on the news that Saint Saturn is here, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't really think that actually happened. I don't know how they got to know. I guess it will be revealed in the future. I have no theories. Probably someone has, tapped the entire snail thing here. Maybe Katarina Devon was undercover all this time as someone else. I don't know. I just really need to wait and see. We also see Vanagar, who just teleports them away before Saint Saturn could attack them, which is really OP. It looks like Vanagar was here. I was really waiting for Lafitte. I don't even remember his devil fruit. But yes, we got Vanagar here, which is like a better choice. Also, the important part of this conversation is both Saint Saturn and the Blackbeard pirates know about Blackbeard's lineage, and Katarina Devon is shocked that he actually knows. And many people actually speculate that Blackbeard is actually a buccaneer. I'm gonna hold on hope that he isn't actually a buccaneer, because there are some things weird, because Kuma is a buccaneer and is different. Well, we can actually put on the excuse that Kuma is half buccaneer because his mom was human, and actual buccaneers need to look like Blackbeard because their body shape, their hairstyles all kind of match the same. But I really need some explanations. There has to be something really important about Blackbeard, and maybe Shanks came to talk to the five elders about Blackbeard because he happens to be the greatest threat the universe has seen, other than probably Nika or Luffy, whatever you want to call it. I find this conversation extremely interesting. I really want to know more about the Blackbeard pirates, and especially what Marshall D. Teach wants, because they say that he wants the world. What does that even mean? And the final topic about this chapter is Caribou actually asking the Blackbeard pirates to take him to Blackbeard because he admires Blackbeard. And I always had this suspense in my mind about who Caribou is referring to whenever he sees an ancient weapon, and I always thought it was some kind of new player in the game. I hoped it wasn't, because there were already way too many characters in the final saga, and I wanted someone all that I already know, and it seems like it's actually Blackbeard. He's never met Blackbeard, but he actually admires and he wants to tell Blackbeard about the ancient weapons, which is an extremely positive thing for Blackbeard, because I guess he just wants the three ancient weapons to do something terrible to this world. I guess the three weapons are going to be really important in the story, and this is how everything ties up with Caribou, and I'm really liking this. Caribou is basically Bartolomeo for Blackbeard instead of Luffy, and I really want to know how this story goes on. I think the Blackbeard pirates are going to take him along with probably Vegapunk York, which is going to be terrible. I really want to know how they are going to factor in that now that Katarina Devon can turn into Saint Saturn. There's going to be so many mysteries, and I'm really excited to share this with all of you, and I'll see you guys in my next video.